Alright, hi, my name is Sarah Kuemmel. According to Black Book, my name is actually Sarah Hildebrand. I got married a couple months ago, but UNT just hasn't changed that over yet. I am a mom to an 8-year-old, and I teach every other Friday leadership / life skills to middle school kids. And so when I was thinking of what to do for this presentation, I thought that'd be a good route to go, because most people think that they need to be a parent or a caregiver to teach children leadership skills, when really you have the capability to impact children any place in your life. And so I want to start off today by asking you who is your childhood hero and why. And since I teach middle schoolers, I know incentives help us answer these questions, and so I have candy for you if you answer my question. So I'm actually wanting to focus on the why here today, and I'll get to that in a minute. But so if you want to throw out some names or maybe even just some reasons why, that'd be very helpful.
Mine was Nolan Ryan.
Okay. And what are some reasons why he was your?
I just loved baseball.
Okay, so what about him? What made him your hero?
He pitched till he was 46 years old. He's the all-time strikeouts leader.
Okay, so what about that impressed you about him?Id you think he had a drive or success?
Longevity.
Okay. Success.
He's good at what he did.
Okay. What about you? Do you have a?
Let's see. I see my father.
Your father? Okay.
Yeah, he take care of everybody, and he
Okay.
take care of his
His breadwinner.
children or
Okay.
yeah.
So he's kind of caring person? Or?
Yeah,
Okay.
all the their study and their life like that. Yeah.
Okay. So hardworking, is that what you're? Okay. All right. And what about? Do you have anyone?
My mother,
Okay.
she was all of that, and as a teenager, it was because like I graduated high school and she graduated college at the same year,
Okay.
and so she would go to school full time, which was a 80-mile commute one way,
Wow.
work full time, and take care of my sister.
That's amazing.
Yes,
So she had a lot of drive.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively.
His online program would have been helpful.
Yeah, no kidding.
I don't know that.
Okay, so these are all very helpful in kind of getting an idea of what we're talking about today. My hero personally was my grandfather, and for similar reasons to you guys. He grew up with a poor background and worked his way up financially. He's 70-something and still working. He has actually designed a lot of boards and computers and games and things. It's kind of neat to be at stores with him and say, hey, I designed that program. He doesn't even know what the game is about. But so the reason why I asked you these questions is because today we're going to focus on leaders, and these are all qualities of a leader, even though they may not be what we think of as a leader, someone who's at the forefront of the picture all the time. So we kind of covered over what a leader is, and what I want to focus on today is this little quote here on the bottom. Management isn't doing things right necessarily. Leadership is doing the right things, and I thought that, and that was kind of important for us to kind of take note of. So what made me think of this, along with teaching students, was this moment I had one night when reading to my child. We read Dr. Seuss books, that's his favorite. And so, for some reason, this was probably 3 years ago, we were reading his book, Oh, the Places You'll Go. And I had this moment of, wow, this book isn't just, because it's kind of geared towards, I think it's a gift for graduates a lot of times, because it's kind of, here's the things that will happen, that could happen to you in life and things like that. And I kind of realized, wow, this has a parallel for children too, because it talks about ups and downs. And I thought, okay, so that rings very true for children. They have trouble tying their shoes sometimes, and that just because they don't get it the first time doesn't mean they can never do it again. And so I'm just going to read a little quote from the book. And it's, oh, the places you'll go. When you'll be on your way up, you'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang, and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Except when you don't. Because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say, but sadly it's true. Bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. Now wait, I know that sounds depressing to end on that note. Just think though, we'll get to it here in a minute. So what I want to do is just cover a few qualities that are helpful in cultivating a leader. And we'll go over each of these, and you each have a handout, and as we go through these slides, there's a little blank spot you can fill in that'll be highlighted and bolded for you. So the first thing I want to cover is integrity. It is important to encourage honesty, servanthood, and integrity at an early age. And what I want to focus on here is integrity is doing what's right even when no one is looking. And I think that's important for children to know and understand at a very early age. And then I talk a little bit about volunteering with your children here, or children in general, and we'll get to that a little more later in the presentation. All right, so I know this was a big one that my grandfather taught me, and that is confidence, and instilling confidence. A confident child displays belief in his or her own abilities. And I think this is a big one for kids of any age, all the way up to my middle schoolers and high schoolers I teach every once in a while, is to praise an accomplishment, even if it's something silly. And it doesn't have to be just a good job, it could be, oh, I really like the way you drew this with this, or whatever. I think there's great ways of helping a child know that what they did was right. Developing self-esteem is essential in achieving leadership skills. Leaders need to come through as confident, even in the face or fear of danger. Courage. Having courage means taking action while feeling the fear anyway. Courage itself isn't so much a feeling, but a decisive state of mind. In this picture is a friend of mine. Her little girl is 4, and they were at a little fair, and she is the quietest, shyest little girl I've ever met. And she one day just decided, I want to do that, big old bungee jump thing, and we were all just, what? Are you kidding me? So we just thought that was really funny. I had to highlight her there for a minute. So a few statements I thought that were really neat. Courage doesn't have to mean being a hero. Courage is when a child stands up to someone who is picking on them. Courage is when a child is afraid of getting up in front of a class to show a project or a presentation maybe, but they do it anyway. When a child tries a new sport or after-school activity and don't give up after failures, that too is courage. Right, independence. Gaining independence is a very integral part of a child's growth process. The joy children feel when gaining a little more independence can be very rewarding and a strong motivator to try new tasks. And again, I highlight here, the attempt is more important than the result in most cases. And when I was thinking on this, I thought, we try to become independent from a very early age. I have a nephew who is 18 months old, and just watching him learn how to walk, that whole process of them really trying to gain independence from, just even little things, like I want to be able to walk to where I want to go, not have mom or dad carry me, and that goes on into toddlerhood where they're always getting into things as well. Yes. All right. And lastly, and we talked a little bit about this before, but this isn't last. Sorry about that. Teamwork. Teamwork is team activities promote leadership skills like problem solving, trust, coordination, and cooperation. The ability to work well with others is an important leadership skill. I think we can all agree with that. And team building, sports and games and activities teach children how to work well as a group, and that their contribution is important to the overall success of the team. Now, lastly, is modeling leadership. And this is where I want to emphasize that you don't have to be a parent or a caregiver to model leadership. We teach by example. And I think it's a great way to do that is whether it's a niece or nephew or whoever it is in your life, sharing with them how you maybe volunteer or the things that you do enjoy, and then maybe try to see what they enjoy and how that you can kind of emphasize that in their life. Lead by example and be aware of the shadow you are casting. Little eyes are always watching. And so we gave some examples of what a leader is, and I wanted to highlight what these little kiddos think a leader is. And I think We're just gonna be really quiet in here.
Well, I think after you're responsible and try to lead them well, I think that I think a leader has to have an open mind. Always has to be able to absorb new ideas. I think question you want. Not sure just
I think we're just gonna watch it on the smaller
he
screen.
or she says they'll do something, they'll do it. If someone like thinks of like want to build a clubhouse, right? They think they can do it. Try to help them, encourage with imagination, because if someone says they go to the sandcastle and you say, oh, that could be really big and wonderful, and that way even as big as the whole beach, that would make them feel better, and that would make them feel better. And show the people the right ways to lead them if they're really moving to school or something. I would probably choose a person who would not be mean. I think they should take time off to at least listen to the people that they're leading over. It's sort of like an honor to like a leader, because like shows that you're putting in work. Is having an open mind, being encouraging, and being a little bit strict. I think it's a very odd mixture. I think a leader should be willing to let other people have a chance too, and not just saying, well, do it this way, do that way. There will be a certain person that if they're into the leader, I feel like no one will say, hey, look, I mean, you're not doing a great job. You want to say something kind or something. If you see somebody like really working hard, you should like compliment them. If someone's not doing too well, it's not always good if you just tell them that they're doing great. You really encourage them, but not lying. Be respected. Be truthful. Be patient. If somebody makes a mistake and it's like, oh, alright, this is one mistake, I mean, everybody makes mistakes. Just go on, you do it. And then you never make them stop it. You need to keep it very good so that it'll be all very easy. People help other people. I think they get like a little good feeling inside. And I don't know what that's called, but it's just something that lives to me.
So I think there's just saying out of the mouth of babes, and one thing that I really took to heart in this video was the word encourage that each of these children used. And so again, I just kind of want to wrap up with how important it is to encourage kids, whether they're your own or just children that are kind of passerbyers in your life. How important it is just to encourage them and give them some confidence as they try these new things. Thank you very much.
Great job.
And if you want candy, I have it for you.